Yeah, I know. I keep talking about divorce. I don't mean to. But how about Albert? You know Albert, Albert and Cynthia. When they got divorced, it was nuclear. It blew up like you wouldn't believe. Divorce can destroy wealth faster than you think. And Albert and Cynthia, they thought they were untouchable. They, they did. If you know them, you know what I mean. It's just, they were wrong, right? Because, Albert and Cynthia, they were a powerhouse. You know him. He was, they were just going great guns. They had a multi-million dollar beachfront house right on the beachfront, investment portfolios. They had multiple investment properties. Albert was self-employed. Cynthia used to come and help um, Albert in the business all the time. Um, they were respected, they were admired, they were untouchable. Until the unthinkable happened and their marriage ended. Now, according to Albert, Cynthia had an affair. There's always two sides of the story, and is what it is. But they try to stay together for the kids, which is admirable. But the kids started taking sides. They used to start fighting, and who's right, who's wrong, and it was obviously not great for the kids' environment. So Cynthia actually decided to leave. That family house was a fortress for their memories and their wealth, and suddenly it became a battleground. So they started bringing in the big lawyers, and multiple valuations and hundreds and thousands in fees and charges and financial statements and expert witnesses and, disputes over percentages, 50-50, 60-40, 80-20, all this type of stuff. And before long, they've almost spent $350,000 in lawyers' fees before they've even reached a settlement. Now, this is where the psychology comes in, right? Ego overruled by logic, revenge overruled by reason, and they wanted this at any cost because that was their mantra. That's what they kept saying. And here's the real truth about that. Albert actually couldn't afford the percentages he was going for. Yeah, how strange is that? He wanted to refinance, but he couldn't afford to do and pay her out. It was ridiculous. He wanted the family home at any cost, and ended up paying for that more than he should have. And you got to be careful what you wish for. Listen to that. Be careful what you wish for, because wanting something badly enough doesn't mean that you're financially emotional possible to get it. When ego and pride dominates, you dig your heels, you ignore advice, and your own decisions blow it up. And the result, tens of thousands of dollars, sometimes hundreds of thousands of dollars wasted.